Hey everybody. Well, I need to apologize for yesterday. I said Gary would be back today, but he's still traveling. He'll be back on Monday with an explanation for yesterday's cliffhanger. For now, let me tell you we weren't trying to pull a stunt with the show yesterday by not revealing the wines at the end. And I promise Gary will have a specific and proper reason on Monday when he tells you. In the meantime, here's another episode Gary tapes before going on the road.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, this is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. I'm here to educate, entertain, and just be your pal. Not this pal, but your pal, like your buddy. And today, we're going to be talking about a wine that I think brings a lot of thunder, and I drink very often, and is very overlooked in the whole wine scheme. And I'm talking about Gavi. Gavi wines, which are produced in the Piedmont region of Italy, are producing some of the more interesting mid-teen price point white wines in the world. Very food friendly, drank by the bucket load in Italy. It is the Bianco. You go to Italy, you're like, give me some Bianco. This is what they're pouring. Quite a bit of Gavi is drank in Italy and has not transcended all the way into the U.S. market. And that's unfortunate, because I think a lot of people out there are huge Gavi heads. Throw your hands up, Gavi heads, but you just don't realize it yet. And so today we're going to focus on the Gavi wines, because that's what we do here on the Thunder Show. One last reminder, today is, I don't see the bookmark, but there it is. Or throw me that one behind you. Today is the day to execute your purchase on Amazon and send in the email to Father's Day at WineLibrary.com to receive the new wristband. If you notice, I'm not wearing one today, and that's because they're coming. The new one is on its way, so I think you know all about that. Mott, link it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, scroll down below. You'll see we are giving away free wristbands if you buy the book today for your father, uncle, grandfather, whoever you're rolling for, and so that's pretty exciting. Gavis are made from the Cortese grape, which are producing very interesting wines, but mainly Gavi wines, and that's what they're really recognized for. It's a very interesting little grape with high acidity, very good freshness, and very food-friendly wines. I eat an enormous amount, and trying to eat even more now, grilled fish, and Cortese and Gavi wines are really up that alley. And so let's get right into it. Let's start with the Villa Sparina, which has a great package, very neat, dark glass, like wild shape. Gavi, $16 US, rolling in, and let's see what it's got going on. Sniffy sniff. Very pretty nose. I get a lot of honeycomb right on the nose. Very interesting, like honey meets grapefruit kind of nose. Very fresh, aromatically crisp. I get like acacia flowers on the nose. You like that one, right? Pulled that one out of my butt. Very pretty, very aromatically inclined. Very proud of the aromatics. Very honeydew, grapefruit, melon. You like that? It's nice, right? Fresh, very summery, springtime, pretty nose, good start. Now this is $16, $17, and then $32. These wines are not inexpensive, but I think they bring enormous value in comparison to a lot of white wines around the world. And they're a little bit different and a little bit more fun. And if you're drinking Chardonnay all the time, or white Burgundies, or even Sauvignon Blancs for that matter, it's a good Sancerre if you're a Sancerre fan. Good like shift, little different style. Very pretty nose. Very obvious honey and, and grapefruit flavors, melon as well. Not the grapefruit sharpness, acidity that you get from, New Zealand, just like a little spritz. More of a honeycomb, acacia flower, cantaloupe thing going on in the nose. Let's give it a whirl. Very good weight on this wine. Very zesty, tangy, and great acidic. Not very sharp acidity like you see in some of the Gruner Veltliners or Rieslings that rip your palate. This just has a nice little, balance of acidity, which I like quite a bit. I'm gonna go somewhere pretty funny with this. I get a little asphalt kind of thing going on this wine as well, which I find kind of interesting. But I'm very seduced by the body, the structure. Bobby Soto! The elegance, the light fruit of like the apples and cantaloupe. Very nice little white wine. A little hot for me. What's the alcohol in this? Just a tad hot for me, folks. 13%. I don't completely believe that. It's getting a little higher for me, but still very well made. It's just good wine. I'm going to go 89 plus on this wine. I think it just lacks the one oomph to make it a 90 pointer. Other than that, I think it's a very solid Gavi, well made, well structured, good balance, and a very good start, very good indication of a lot of levels and dimensions that we see out of the Cortese grape. Good start. Let's move on. Franco M. Martinetti, 2006 Gavi. This wine rolls in at $17 US. And this is a producer that has enormous reputation. And what's really fun for me right now, folks, is, and I mean a lot of reputation. A lot of people speak of his high quality Gavis. I have never had one. So this is really cool for me too. Let's see what's going on here. Not as dark as the last one. You can see it's a little bit less colorful. You notice that, Mont? A little bit clearer. Let's give it a little bit of a sniffy sniff. Vaniacs. Like the nose a lot. Now this is rolling deep with some pineapple juice. I just came back from Turks and Caicos and I recognize this pina colada action, and this has some good pina colada thing going on. And I'm not kidding, a very subtle coconut meets pineapple in that gorgeous tropical drink that we all love. I get a nice little sense of pina colada on this nose. I also get a really nice lime zest, so it's like a pina colada and then like squeeze like 4 or 5 fresh limes. Like, oh crap, this is not a martini. Sorry about that, martini. I meant a margarita. So, oops, not a margarita? Yes, it's pina colada, jerk. Alright, well, I'll drink it anyway. And that's what this smells like. So, lime meets coconut meets pineapple is what's coming on here, and I like all three, so I'm a big fan so far aromatically. Let's give it a whirl. This is good. This is really good. This wine almost takes my breath away, Mont. And I'm talking like Randy the Macho Man Savage takes the ring bell and puts it on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's throat. Breath away. Like, can't breathe. This wine took my breath away. This is exceptionally good wine. This has enormous Burgundian-like elegance, if you can wrap your head around that statement. What I mean by that is so polished, so creamy, so much more elegant and more body than the Sparina. And I loved the Sparina. Try this, Mont. Great polish, loaded with pineapple and cantaloupe. Beautiful melon dew, just very sweet honeysuckle, like just pure juices, like, right? Just like the purity of the juice, just like fresh squeezed, fruit coming through, melons, and just very, almost like a watermelon component. Gorgeous graininess. You got the watermelon a little bit? Like a greener watermelon. Really nice. How do you like that?
That's good.
The 7-Up thing is totally going on in here. You got total, lemons and limes. But there's a polish and an elegance to the back end. Like a syrupy, creamy kind of component. Like, just has more body and more elegance. This is a beautiful bottle of wine. This, to me, is textbook Gavi. I'm going 90 plus points on this. I really like it. And for 17 bones, an absolute wine that I think people should seek out. This is going to expand your palate. You're going to try something new. And I'm going to bet heavily that you're going to like it because it's very good. This is just good white wine. I think anybody from, an inexperienced palate to an inexperienced palate are going to like it. And so I like this. That was good. Now the one where all the ballers used to... this wine has a very special place in my heart. When I first started working at Shoppers Discount Liquors, people would buy, Ruffino Gold for Chianti and they would buy La Scola Gavi. Like the doctors and lawyers in the Short Hills, Springfield area would roll in deep and be like, give me 6 bottles of that La Scola. So this was like, to me, like the pimp wine, like the wine of the ballers that drank Italian white wines. Like Santa Margherita was like, you've got some cash. La Scola was like, oh, you got the Bentley outside, and like take it to my house. Like 30 bucks back then too was a lot of money for an Italian white wine, when top Chassagne Montrachet and Polini Montrachets were 25 or 30 bones. Those have gone on to escalate. This continues to stay in the same price range. And that's why when I talk to you guys about the changing wine market and prices changing, it's because I've seen it. This wine has basically stayed in the same price point ratio because the demand hasn't grown like it has in top Chardonnays. When Cake Ridge Chardonnay was 20 bones, this was 30 bones. Now Cake Ridge's 40, and this is still 30 bones. Do you see what I kind of mean? You know, supply and demand shifts, prices change, but this was a baller wine. I mean, like the guys that came in with lots of gold and everything, you know, this is what they bought. So I haven't had it in a very long time, so I'm curious to see what I think. 32 bones. La Scola black label, because there's a white label, black label, Gavi de Gavi. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Interesting nose. This has a little bit more of a smokiness to it than the last bunch, so this is almost like burning cantaloupes. You know what I mean? Little smokiness. I'll think it's a little rubbery, right? Little like, actually it smells a little like mushrooms, no, marshmallows. Like marshmallows on a roasted fire, a little bit. But there is a little burnt rubber action going on. So almost like you're roasting your marshmallows on a tire burning session in a junkyard. Not with Junkyard Dog. I need a Junkyard Dog tape. By the way, I need some maniacs to help me. We got some new ones, but I'm looking for the old rubber wrestlers. So if you have any in the attic, please, I will trade you. I will send you swag t-shirts or wristbands. Dig these up in your attic. Send them to the Thunder Show. Mott, link it up, your email. Send them to Mott. He'll give you the address where to send them to. I need some more rubber wrestlers for the table. Burnt rubber, little cantaloupe, little mushroomy kind of action. Marshmallows, sorry. God, do I do that every time? Let's give it a whirl. Nice lemon peel. I just love the wine industry and just like where it's at. I'm doing this a lot today. This is okay. A little bit more of a basic La Sparina action. Reminds me a lot of the La Sparina. It's got the apple peel core, Granny Smith apple kind of thing going on, but it's very basic. I mean, it's really no way close to the Martinetti, and I really don't even think it's as good as the La Sparina. And here we are, double the price point of the other two, and it's going to roll in slightly less. It's still an 87-point white wine. I still like it. It's serviceable, but I think it is way overpriced, and tasting it in comparison to the other two, it is just very obvious to me that is not of the quality, and to me this goes back to good old-fashioned marketing Americana. This is widely more distributed, widely more known. I just don't think it's as good. And I really don't see how many people that could taste these three side by side would think it's the best of the bunch. It's the weakest effort. It just is. Wild. Love it. I mean, this is what I love about wine. God, I'm really baffled that it could be like that much worse, actually. And, you know, it's not that much worse, but when I take in the fact it's not as good and it's twice the price, that blows me away. That took me like 1 second of like realizing I'm right and it's not even close. Anyway, that's it for this show. Really hoping that you expand into Gavis. I think we're into the summer months now, late spring, summer. This is a time for you to explore. Get off the Chardonnay bandwagon, jump off of the New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs. Now you got onto Albariños because we told you, right? Get off of those now. It's time to go exploring. Time to try different things. And I think Gavi would be a great step, especially if you're lucky enough to find the Franco Martinetti somewhere around your neighborhood, because this wine is really, really good. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. The floral aspects of this wine are incredible. But it almost has like a New York cheesecake kind of thing. It's so good. So good. Question of the day. What is your favorite sports moment. I know I went to left field, but I had to. I'm just curious. You know, this is on the 4th. I'm going to be back in town for one day, and I'm back to Houston, so I'm running around New York City today. But I know that I'll be able to like kind of read these comments on my flight back, and I'm just curious, getting a little sense for the, you know, this could be anything. If you're not a big sports fan, maybe it's your son kicking a goal in 3rd grade, right? Maybe it's you kickball, you know, scoring 3 runs in gym class in 3rd grade. I don't care. What is your favorite all-time sports moment? Something you've seen, something you did. You know, for me, it was when I went, 5-5 in the All-Star game and pitched 4 no-hit innings. I mean, I did that. It's back when I was the same size as everybody, and then everybody got bigger. Don't you hate that, man? You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.